Yes, you're fine.
She said that American soccer fans, most of them aren't smart. They don't know the game. They don't understand.
Gio.
That guy gazpacho.
Bournemouth can take a lame gorilla, okay?
Right, did you know that Arsenal died?
These got me buzzing.
Up the TOFFEEs. It's hard to up them, but love them anyway.
I'm even gonna comment on
One,
that.
live.
Welcome back to Footy with the Boys. Mid-conversation about if Mike is faster than Lewis Dunk.
I think we'd all beat Lewis Dunk in a foot race.
No.
5 years ago, maybe.
Professional athlete? I think you underrate.
Dude, he's like 35.
Yeah, but he's a professional athlete.
He's
at
6'5". He's not.
He runs every day.
Still.
Yeah.
I just think
Walk.
comparatively to other professional athletes, he probably looks a little slower, but he's still Lewis Dunk. Welcome back to Footy with the Boys. Today, we're talking big news in the Premier League. Get a little Gunners talk. Another big win. A lot of goals scored. We all knew that Jurgen Timber would be a
Golden
race getter
Golden
out
boot.
there. We'll talk about Everton. Big win. Jackie Grealish, Bomberklatten, getting 2 assists out there.
New number 18 in town.
New number 18. The number 18 never looked so good.
Boom, bucket.
U.S. men's national team corner. Yeah. U.S. men's national team corner. We'll have plenty to talk about there as we get ready for the September Wimbo against Japan
What's
and
Palmer's
South
favorite
Korea.
number? 12.
Not even here to defend himself. That's crazy. He's behind the desk.
Fuck you guys.
We start with the game that happened today.
What a game it was.
Liverpool, Newcastle, and boy, I've never been more glad to turn on a game while working very hard to increase shareholder value. Early contender for one of the better games here. Went to 11 minutes of stoppage time, and they needed just about all of it. Liverpool come out with the win in this one. Nick, when you're given the hey, Newcastle goes down with a horrendous tackle by Anthony Gordon on Virgil van Dijk.
No need.
To 10 men at the half, an entire half, that Liverpool were up a goal, then were up a man.
They were up 2
Up
immediately.
2
Yeah.
immediately in the second half. And Newcastle clawed back, and they were on the front foot for basically this entire game, other than the first 10 minutes of the second half, if even that full 10 minutes. And then,
Yeah,
I mean, it was Newcastle all the way, but Liverpool somehow found themselves up 2-0 against 10 men and still almost choked it away. At the end of the day, it's 3 points, though, Nick. What do you make of this one?
Yeah, I honestly don't know. I think there's 2 ways, right? If you're a Liverpool fan, I'll talk about the Liverpool side because obviously I was very strongly hate watching this Liverpool, hoping, some rivals to drop points would have been nice, even if it's early in the year. But I don't know what you're telling yourself if you're a Liverpool fan right now. Because after Man U, I came on here and I was like, 3 points are 3 points. And, we kind of grinded out a win. That did not feel like Liverpool grinded out a win. I feel like Liverpool got very lucky to win that game. The first goal came after 30 minutes of being dominated by Newcastle. They get
Verts
gifted.
was invisible again.
Seriously. They get gifted this red card by Anthony Gordon, who sprints
Wild
30 yards to go to Van Dijk.
We're trying to end Virgil's carear.
Crazy.
Once a blue, baby.
Van Dijk, who was Liverpool's best player today, by the way. I mean, in my opinion, he was very solid in the air. It's 6 points out of 6 points, but I said it yesterday when they won 4-2, 88th minute winner last week, 100th minute winner this week. This has not changed my pick at all as to who I think is going to win the league. And, it sucks that we're playing them this weekend at Anfield without a couple heavy hitters, which we'll talk about later. But I still like our chances a decent amount, and I'm not really that scared of Liverpool. It feels like they only play one way. They know how to be direct and attack. And when you're up 2-0, like, how did they not, that midfield, just kill that game? How do you not just control
But they don't
the game?
control anything.
Exactly.
Even early on, Newcastle had so much control.
Dude,
They had no
the
control.
thought I had that was super disrespectful, but I literally thought it. I was like, it feels a little Postecoglou-ish. Like, it feels like there's one pitch, and that, they're hitting 98 down the middle every time, and not a lot of people can hit 98, but man, when you get a hold of one, you rip it. So
They just have insanely talented players that score these goals, and they don't need control of the game. But you'd have to think at a certain point they do need to learn how to control a game because you can't constantly wait
Also-
on these late winners to come in.
Also, they're not really super deep. Like, shout out Rio coming on,
16-year-old getting
but
a win in
can
the
you
Prem.
count on a 16-year-old to get you winners? Like, Harvey Elliott was the guy to bring on. Harvey and
Yeah.
Rio were the two guys to come onto the pitch to be those game changers.
Chiesa.
I don't know. You know, those are great Everton players, but I don't know. So an injury or two can really hurt them. Obviously, I'm now talking from the deepest squad in the history of the Premier League in Arsenal. But yeah, I don't know. I wasn't too convinced. What'd you think of Newcastle, Flags?
I mean, Newcastle, I think they showed what Newcastle is. It's at home. Crowd got into it. They showed just crazy amounts of energy to get back into it. At 10 men, they were
ran their ass off.
At 2-2.
That's why they
were
lost,
the
though.
one pressing for the win.
Yeah,
like,
that's-
they were the one pressing the 11-man Liverpool. And I thought maybe after the first goal they scored, the Liverpool would be like, all right, fuck this. We have an extra man, and we have just an insane amount of talent. They'd figure out how to control a game.
No, they did
But
not.
we've seen both in this game and in their first game against Bournemouth, they just don't control a game. And I think this weekend's going to be very interesting. We'll talk more about it with Arsenal, but like, can they get up for that? Can they have control? Or is Arsenal going to have full control? And is it up to Arsenal to kind of fuck up and allow one of these star players to make a moment? Be something to watch. We'll talk about it here. Man City also one of those top title contenders this year with a crazy amount of depth. They lost to Tottenham Hotspur 2-0. This is a result that is very Tottenham Man City-esque. They just somehow
we
seem to
didn't
do it.
we didn't bring that up last week.
Yep.
Bad on us.
But City didn't look great. They didn't look like they really had much of anything going on in here. Spurs, I think, were surprisingly good in this game.
They're
They
pretty solid.
They lost. They've lost some transfer battles here, but they are winning a lot of things on the pitch. There's crazy amounts of effort. They beat Man City to so many balls. They have just players that are kind of clicking at this moment.
They're so athletic.
So, Mike, what's wrong with City? And I know you guys both picked Spurs as a dark horse in your Twitter predictions of the year, but where do you see them now after these first couple of games of the year?
Yeah, I heard something that Guardiola's lost to Spurs 11 times. I
That's
think it's
nuts.
The most.
Is that true?
I
That's
believe it's
insane.
11 times. It's either them or Liverpool he's lost the most games to in his tenure at Man City, which is
Goddamn.
crazy with how inconsistent Spurs have been over that period.
It does feel like they always play each other though, like cups.
But yeah,
everything.
if you think about last year, though, I mean, Spurs beat them 4-0. Like, it's their bane for some reason. What's wrong with Man City? It's a young team. They put a lot of the new guys out there all at once this weekend. Reinders, Cherky were both in the starting lineup. Marmouche was played kind of on the left wing. He's not a winger. That's a weird position for him to play. And then they had Rico Lewis and Ait Nouri at the fullbacks again, which both of them are fine
Not a
going
winning
forward,
combo.
but they're not defensively sound at all. And then the big issue is James Trafford. I mean, he's being
That was
asked
awful.
to be
Yeah.
a heavily possessive goalkeeper.
I was trying to remember what the 2 goals were. I just
Yeah,
remembered that.
I mean, really 2 fuck-ups from Man City. The second one, really bad. Trafford giving the ball away in his own box on a simple pass.
He was brought in to be still good on his feet.
He's brought in to be Ederson, which
Yeah.
is a lot to ask for a young goalkeeper. It's a lot of passing patterns
Who's
to try to
not that good.
identify.
Didn't think that Ederson was anything crazy that they had to upgrade, though. And I don't think Trafford is all.
I think that's disrespectful to Ederson. Maybe he's fallen off in the last season or two,
Yeah.
but he was a top goalkeeper
Yeah, I don't.
at his
Yeah.
best. And I don't understand what that situation is. He's still there. It doesn't seem like he's rumored to go anywhere.
Yeah.
No, he
well,
is. I think
there's,
Fenerbahce or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like Galatasaray.
We'll see.
$10 million.
I don't know. But Spurs, credit to them, the antithesis of what Nick said about Liverpool, they're pretty malleable. They change how they play based on their opposition. They looked like a counter-attacking team against PSG in the Super Cup. They look like a team that's comfortable dominating the ball against Burnley. It's Burnley. And then against Man City, they were fully pressing them, kind of exposing that high line, that heavy possession with the fullbacks so advanced in the attack. And they capitalized on it. The goal that Brennan Johnson scored in the first, great little piece, breakaway there, ball across, slotted it. There's a lot of talent in that
Is it
team.
Thomas Frank mostly, you think, or is it people being healthy?
Both. They were super, handicapped by injuries last year. But the new guys that they brought in, Kudush, is a great ad.
He's doing great.
Yeah, as a sweet.
Paulinho, as a would-be sweet. Talk about that more. And then, Thomas Frank, the man. I think it's the right man for the job. Excited to see what they can do this year.
I think the right manager just makes such a gigantic difference. Thomas Frank is just showed for so long with Brentford that he's a good manager. Now gets to Tottenham, and we'll see what ends up happening here if they can keep his consistency and obviously keep health, which they couldn't at all last season.
Bad manager does a lot too. Just ask Graham Potter.
That's just a whole fucked up thing there.
Speaking of Graham Potter, West Ham fans not too happy after going up 1-0 in the Chelsea game here this weekend. They then lost 5-1. We thought for a second they had got full Kruger goal that got VAR ruled back. It was just pedal to the metal for Chelsea from that point on. Everybody was getting goals for Chelsea.
No Cole Palmer, no problem.
Yeah, is West Ham finishing last year? I mean, they look awful. They got murdered by Sunderland and now absolutely ripped apart by Chelsea, who looked like maybe they were stunned at the start when West Ham scored. Kind of picked their shit back up together and were like, "No, actually, we're just gonna absolutely fucking kill you guys."
Hard not to be stunned by that goal. That Paqueta was a peach. Jesus Christ. I don't even pick that one out. Yeah, I mean, Chelsea looked good. They scored. West Ham looks bad. That's I think
Awful.
the real story. They look atrocious. That midfield looks like it has zero legs. Like they could use a Casemiro. That's where that midfield is at. Like it is not looking good. The attack looks awful. There's not a lot of good happening if you're a Hammer. So I think they're getting relegated. I mean, I know it's early, and I'm sure they're gonna bring in a new manager here within the month. I mean, there's no way this can continue.
Yep.
Graham Potter now at the same point as when Lopetegui or whatever.
Yeah.
As when he got
He's
fired.
played more
less
games.
points.
No.
Less points.
2 games into the season, though, how early do you go? I mean, West Ham fans are calling for his head. They're saying the hard R on Potter right now. There's so much hate to Potter.
8-1.
Crazy.
8-1 on aggregate
crazy.
in the first 2 games.
Yeah.
That's
I guess, and one of them was a promoted team.
Promoted.
You ready for this? More hate for Potter than Voldemort.
There it is.
Witty.
There.
Witty.
I don't think they get relegated. I still think I pumped the brakes on that. I think they're gonna figure out a way.
Who do they have?
What are they going
Who's
to
their
figure out?
savior?
What did you
Paqueta?
see?
Paqueta, Jared Bowen.
I
There's
just
some
think
quality in the squad.
there
are
quality,
players.
but the issues are like tactical. You see, just the gap between the midfield and the back line shouldn't be at a
You
professional
can't.
level. Chelsea had all the space in the world
Totally.
to just attack a bare back line because the entire midfield and attack was pressing while the back line is 30 yards away.
They're going down, lad.
They might be going
We'll
down.
see. Definitely one to watch.
One to watch.
I think
is-
heavy candidate for first manager sacked.
I think
Yeah,
it might
I
be
agree
one
there.
not to watch. I'm no longer watching West Ham
Oh,
games.
I think Potter is
I wanna see
firmly
goals.
on the hot seat. That seat immediately started warming up.
Can't wait for Arsenal West Ham. In
Arsenal-
a London derby, by the way, to get pieced up 5-1.
Yeah, that's another thing.
Jesus
Yeah,
Christ.
You think the game finishes differently if that full crew goal counts?
No.
they were.
You think they were just going to concede 5?
Chelsea
Chelsea
so
already
bad.
got 2
Yeah.
at
Yeah,
that
they're so
point?
bad.
No,
Yeah.
it was 1-1.
Oh,
They would've gone
up
true.
2-1.
Yeah.
I don't think it would
Still,
change
I don't
anything.
think it'll change.
They
anything.
responded immediately to 1-0.
Yeah, and it just seems like the wind went out of their sails when that one was
What's him
off.
saying?
And the defending looked so bad every time.
It's
It wasn't
poor.
even like Chelsea responded with big
Even Wan
mentality.
Bissaka's defending was bad.
Dude, Wan-Bissaka was responsible for like
yeah.
3 of them.
Yeah.
Like that was not good.
He's supposed to be pretty sound.
It was
so.
pretty bad. Man U this weekend ties versus Fulham. Had the lead for just a little bit. We're out golfing, keeping an eye on this one.
Lenny Oro.
Lenny Yoro breaking through for Man U, but the Hale End product, Emile Smith-Rowe coming back to tie it for Fulham. 2 draws for Fulham in 2 games. Man U not looking too hot with 1 point out of the first 2 games. Nick, at one point, we were just talking about Potter, but at what point is Ruben Amorim on a bit of a hot seat? Because this is Manchester United. This isn't West Ham. This is...
I hope he's not. And I know the point total looks awful, but
It's Arsenal the first game.
I really
tough.
do think that the system he played against Arsenal was really impressive. So patience. You're not getting relegated, Man U. Don't aim for
At a
top
certain
4
point, he
this year.
needs to hit a run here.
That's the standard. You're not getting relegated.
I mean,
he
he
needs
just
to hit a
needs.
run. He
Yeah,
needs
I
to hit
mean,
a run.
Arteta finished 9th his first year. Or something?
Yeah.
So
More games managed than points got. 29 versus 28.
What's he doing
I mean,
not
that's
starting
awful.
a striker? I mean, their problem last year, they don't
Well,
score
see,
goals.
that's where I think you have issues with Amarim. I do think he
He has 3 strikers
he
at
has
his disposal.
He
and
has
he's-
bad man management, is what it feels like. Because even the subs he's making coming on are insane. He's bringing on center backs like tied
Yeah.
against Fulham. The man management is bad. I think the tactics are good. I think you can learn, especially as he gets more of his own players in. He clearly doesn't trust half the squad. I mean, Kobe Mainu, Everton
He hasn't
bound.
played a fucking minute.
I don't get that. Kobe Mainu.
He started a Euro final a year ago.
Listen, dude, I'm not
2
here
years
to
ago.
tell you.
Yeah.
If
Still.
Mainu.
And now he's not getting a minute in the Premier League. And Casemiro's still starting
awful.
week in and week out.
Ugarte is playing for Kobe Mainu can't.
I might have. That's one of my worst misses. I thought Ugarte was gonna be sick, and he is.
I don't think he's a Premier League
atrocious.
player.
Not good.
I think he's not just a
Atrocious.
Premier League player. Man U, I think, just need to
I
go on a
love
bit of a
that
run
signing.
here. First game against Arsenal, they were never going to win that one. They played Arsenal decently there. I don't think Arsenal really played up to their quality, but
I say patience on Amarim.
Amarim needs something here. Obviously, the big transfer news. Dibbling to Everton. Get in, lad.
Bang.
For about
Dibbling.
40 mil. It's definitely a high price, but a talented prospect here will certainly be.
He's got a hell of a highlight reel.
Yeah,
He's
he does.
nice with the ball.
He is nice.
Does he start right away? Probably not, right?
I curious on that.
We'll see.
I don't think he
where
will next
he
weekend.
plays him.
Yeah, but I think
If he
for
has a
that
good cameo,
price,
I think he'll get into it. He'll get into the starting 11.
I mean, Barry did start,
yeah,
and they paid more for him.
sooner than
not
later.
very well.
I mean, I think the front 4 is going to be a combination of Grealish and Diaye dibbling, and then Beto or Barry, depending on the day.
Probably
And
Barry.
That's pretty fucking nasty. Kieran Gibbs
You also just
or Kieran
throw Ndiaye
Dewsbury
or Jack
Dewsbury
Grealish at
goes
the
a
10
bit
and
deeper.
try and
I
make
don't
room,
know.
but
Because they played him left, and he looks good there, Grealish, I thought. So
yeah, I mean, 2 assists.
I think you can put him there and Ndiaye in the middle, and they can.
you
have
can
a little
you
bit
can
of free
put
reign.
any of them.
They're,
anywhere.
yeah,
That's
all 3 are
fine.
going to move. Moyes doesn't have a set. Like that.
Obviously, other transfer news here, Nick. A little bit more poignant to the Gunners here.
Ganaz.
Eberiche Eze, the star from Crystal Palace, the man that grew up an Arsenal fan in the academy, was dropped from them, always talked about it, was headed to Spurs until he got a call from Mikel Arteta, and he said,
No.
"Fuck
He
that."
called Mikel
Mikel.
Arteta. Did you hear
I
that?
didn't know that.
He was
called
like,
Mikel.
everything's agreed. Gave one final call.
Do you want?
Mick, is there any way? Arteta said, hold, please. Went into a board meeting. Said, you're coming home, lad.
It gets even better. The
Dude,
TikTok edits didn't even.
they asked
He put him on
Arteta
hold?
about it. Did he put him on hold? They asked Arteta about it on the weekend, and he was like, yeah, that's what happened.
That's wild.
Amazing.
I mean, that makes it even better. And
Yeah.
then to play, let it all work out as he walks out in the Emirates.
Ugh.
God, I mean, it's
The
just
announcement video with Ian Wright.
The amount of aura that
Seeds.
man has
Yep.
is just ridiculous.
Listen, it feels like everything's lining up for this to be an absolutely insane signing. A couple of things. Number one, Ian Wright came from Crystal Palace at 27. Everett Eze came from Crystal Palace at 27. Another club legend in the making. One, stud. Incredible baller. Worth the price
Incredible
tag.
player.
He is so good. The fact that it's over Spurs, I mean, God, it
Makes
just
it
it
sweeter.
feels good.
So-
And the rumors that Hincapié might be next. Oh my God.
That's just greedy.
They also wanted Spurs.
Insane window.
I mean,
insane window.
Greed is
We're buying
unreal.
a starting 11. It's insane. I think he's going to be very good. Personally, I think the fit's a little bit weird. Like I know he can play left wing, and I know he excels
That's where he's
wide.
playing for Crystal Palace.
Yeah, but he's more of a
But they
central
played
player.
that 1-2.
Yeah, so I think I don't think it's like a perfect transfer, but the vibes are perfect. The player is
I think he fits
damn
two
good.
really good spots for you because if Odegaard is hurt, and then you also have
Yeah, but
Martinelli. not-
Saka being
so
out,
you can play both.
Saka coming in seems just like
it's gonna. I mean, Saka's only out like 3 or 4 weeks, so
Yeah.
breaks there. But
and we have
This is Eze
international
time.
break for one of those weeks.
listen, Eze, I'm gonna love him. The 10 Eze. Oh
Yeah.
my God, I'm buying that third kit
So sick.
as soon as I can. Yeah, I mean, incredibly exciting. I think he's gonna play a
I
big
mean, that's
big part.
crazy star power now with Saka, Gikores,
He's
Eze.
so good. He's so good.
That's a ridiculous front three.
yeah, and then the understudies
so
are fucking
nasty.
good too.
Yeah.
He's so nasty.
Like you said, the depth is really there, up and down the board.
dude, I think we have like 8 attack. We need to sell people.
Also-
Like,
I mean, I guess we'll talk about it next. Well, let's talk about it now.
Injuries
Let's get into the
happen.
Gunners Alley. Arsenal just shit on Leeds this weekend. Just
Yeah.
absolutely shit on them this weekend.
Scoreboard was not kind to Leeds.
Yeah, a double for Timber, a double for Gikoris.
Who would lose to Leeds?
Max Dowman winning a penalty. The 15-year-old playing in the Premier League. Nick,
Second
you-
youngest ever.
Second youngest ever.
Who was number 1?
Ethan Waneri.
Bang.
Bang.
Old man now.
Old man.
Old man.
Status.
Yeah,
Youngest
half
uncle I've
the
ever
te-
seen.
half the team that were the young starlets are now the old guys on the team compared to Max Dowman. Nick, you've been on him since day one. Knew he was a talent, and he immediately came out and showed that.
Yeah.
What do you think about the game here? Obviously, two big parts of it are that Saka went out injured and Odegaard went out injured, but it's Liverpool up next at Anfield. Do you have an expectation of a victory with injuries, with how Liverpool's looked, or what do you want to see there?
Yeah, a couple things from the game. I didn't think we played our best in the first half. Second half, I mean, we just boat raced them. It was, they didn't stand a chance. So really good ball in the second half. I still don't think we hit our A game at any point, but really, really well. And 5-0, you'll never complain, especially home opener. Jokeris gets the monkey off his back with a really nice solo goal there, Saka with a nice ball from Timber. Or did Timber play that ball? I don't remember who played that ball. It might have been Timber. Timber with the brace, which is impressive. Man of the match. Had a great game. Best right back in the league for my money. Hell of a player.
Jake O'Brien.
Jacob Ryan flying down the wing. It was a really, really good game. The injuries suck, but neither of them seem too long term. Odegaard is still questionable for the weekend, so he obviously means a lot to our press and our structure. If not, we have bodies. Waneri can play there, Eze can play there, so I'm not that worried. Saka one hurts for sure. I thought Matchweek had a really good game, especially when Saka came off and he was playing on the right. I thought he looked great there.
Yep.
And honestly, he's probably a better transition player than Saka is. Like, that's probably the only thing he's better at than Saka. But transition, he's quicker. He, a little bit more direct at it. Maybe not more direct, but just quicker. So I think start Matchweek at the right wing and have a good time against Liverpool. I'm not going to sit here and predict a win at Anfield week 3. That feels a little bold. Do I think we can win? Yeah, I think we can. I do think we can win. Especially if Odegaard's out, which I'm making a guess that he's not going to play. The defensive side is going to be pretty tough. I think we'll probably end up with a draw, maybe a 1-1 or a 2-2. But I'm not ruling out a win by any means. Like I said, I've not been that impressed by Liverpool. I think Arsenal's structure is amazing. Still haven't conceded a goal. Gabriel and Saliba are.
Raya's also making some saves.
Raya's been
good.
really good. Calafiori's looked great. Timbers looked amazing.
You guys score off every fucking set piece you guys ever have.
Declan Rice puts things
We
on
need
a
to address that.
plate.
Corner FC just
Seriously.
going crazy. Just
And
every
that's the
corner
thing.
is
We have
dangerous.
so many ways to win. Like, we can do the set pieces. We can lock down a 1-0. We can split you open. We can do the individual magic. Anything you need to do, we have it. So it has all the makings of a championship kind of year. And if you want to have a championship, you got to win big games. So this is a big one. You definitely can't lose it. That would be bad way to start the season. Even at Anfield, I think you can't lose this game. It's a can't lose. But I wouldn't call it a must win either. I think,
I think you feel better about
get
it
points out of
after
it.
the
Crazy
first 2
that
weeks
this
of the
game
season.
is so early in the season. Third week matchup.
Well, we have City at the Etihad, I think, the week after.
Yeah.
Something, like week 5 or something.
But, like,
Back to back,
yeah.
After
title
seeing the first
deciders.
2 weeks, or I guess 3 weeks if you include Community Shield, seeing
Liverpool
Liverpool in the
doesn't look good.
defense and kind of the way to break them down, there's some film on how to break down that Liverpool defense and kinda how to control the game around
Frimpong's still
them.
going to be out, which I don't know if that's good or bad, honestly. But
Kirk has also got absolutely dunked on. I don't
Kirkes
know
is
why
not
he
that good.
turned around. He turned around
Kirkes is not that good.
for the header that was the first Newcastle goal. Just turns around and does this as the guy jumps over him and heads it in. And I'm like, what are you doing? Turn towards it and just head it out.
He's got some learning to do. He looked really good in that Bournemouth system last year, but
Yeah, but
Yeah.
attacking, he looked really good.
correct.
Liverpool don't need more attacking.
Right.
Yeah.
So-
Solidarity.
Listen, I got really confident with the OT, and we came out with 3 points, but I would still say I got humbled a little bit. So I'm gonna say a 1-1. We pick up a point on the road and live to fight another day. But here's hoping for a win. I think
Anger of a matchup.
I think
this
that
early.
Jokic getting the monkey off his back is a really big deal because you can tell it was kind of weighing on him a little bit.
Yeah, nobody wants to be a 007.
Yeah. So Wirt's on his way. But yeah, it's gonna be a great game. Very excited for it, and fingers crossed.
Yeah, certainly will be a one to watch there. Arsenal and Liverpool, anytime they match up, is going to be one to watch. But this early in the season, with this many new signings,
It's nice to get it out of the way though. The Anfield trip,
yeah,
it's a tough trip.
Florian Wirtz is still not playing for Liverpool.
Acclimating.
Don't think I saw him on the pitch today, so
The ghost again.
must be injured or something.
I will say really quickly,
Worst player on the pitch.
does suck to not have Havertz because he plays pretty well against Liverpool, at least has in the past. So that one sucks. But shout out to Havertz for getting injured and bagging us Eze. So
Yeah, honestly,
Team player.
yeah.
put up a statue outside
Silver linings.
outside the Emirates for him. Let's get to the Toffee Talk, Mike.
Let's do it.
Because what a weekend it was for Everton. A 2-0 win in the Big Dick, the Dickinson Stadium. First game in
Spaceship.
there. Team was looking great against Brighton. Brighton, a team that right now is in a pretty tough position, but we know is a pretty talented team. Fabian Hertzler had them playing pretty decently last year. But they were no match for Jackie Grealish.
Never in
and
doubt.
Iliman Ndiaye. That link up, just what you needed. And then when James Garner comes through with a fucking ripper like he did, I mean, there's no stopping Everton then.
Men in Blazers call that a thunderclap. Let's call it what it is. That's a thunder cunt. That's a fucking bin, baby.
He pinged
I
that
don't think we
thing.
could
Oh,
say that on
pinged
YouTube.
And a near post finish at that.
We
I
just
mean,
got
yeah.
demonetized.
Yeah, we weren't monetized, but we won't be
Sorry.
now.
apologies. But, you know, when you hit one that sweet, you got to call it what
Yeah.
it is. First off, fuck yeah, new stadium. It's been in the talks forever. Some people
Was
have been
electric there.
rumoring it for 30 years.
Last goal at Goodison.
Construction
First
started
at
8 years ago. Yeah, and then Iliman Ndiaye to
That's
light
pretty
it
sick.
up. Last goal at Goodison. First goal at,
Hell of a player.
what are we calling it? Hill Dickinson?
The Dicky?
The Dickey.
pretty-
Dope stadium.
pretty big dick.
53,000 fans in attendance.
The big
Looked
dick.
like there wasn't an empty seat. Awesome the way they opened it up. The team came
Commentators
out.
were also selling it so
Yeah,
much.
of course. It was just
They
a great
have to.
day.
God, loved that.
To be fair, it was gorgeous.
The theatrics, yeah.
Yes.
It
And
felt a
you-
little like what's Dortmund's park? Like it was really vertical
Signal
like
Iduna.
that.
Yeah.
That was sick.
Well, that's
Yeah,
the
super
goal.
steep,
If you can
yeah.
get compared to them, you've made it. You could tell Moyes had the boys ready to play. He put the importance of that match. in
Jackie
their heads.
Grealish.
Grealish in the starting
2 assists
lineup.
at his first start.
And he was good the whole time. I mean, the way he receives the ball, it's always so nonchalant. He's pretty much flat-footed, takes the ball out in front of him, draws in 2 defenders
so much
every time.
respect.
Yeah, he's going to get doubled, and that's going to open up somebody. He's going to play it back most of the time. Okay. And then when he wants
That's
to
how
cut in,
Garner scored?
he will. He cut in. He found Ndiaye in the back post. Great goal.
Also, that like he makes the right decision because like laying it off to Garner there was 100% the right call.
Yeah,
like
he could've
It
forced
was.
it in.
Yeah.
And the way he laid it off was perfect. I mean,
Yeah.
he put it right in stride so he could hit it one time, laces through the ball, ambulance going by.
Whoop, whoop.
That's for the Brighton fans out there. Other than that,
All the way
the
ambulance.
performance wasn't stellar by any means. The first 20 minutes of the first half were
A
shaky.
lot, yeah.
Matoma ripped the crossbar. Minte should have scored.
Minta was
Tearing us
dribbling.
up.
He was dribbling.
I mean, we have James Garner still playing left back.
It was sick till
Had
it
an
counted.
okay game, but it should happen. And the midfield's, still figuring it out. Striker's still figuring it out. Shout out Barry, who had a little bit of involvement on that second goal.
Yeah.
I really hope Dewsbury Hall plays deeper now.
I think he will.
I think he will.
He showed some good flashes in that game. And then Jordan Pickford saved a penalty. What more can you ask for the captain? Also, absolute scenes. Horrible penalty from Danny Welbeck, but
The last 3 first penalties at new stadiums for Everton, each of them saved. Goodison,
At new
Anfield,
stadiums?
and Hill Dickinson Stadium. Each time, the first time Everton played them, saved a penalty in that game.
Love it.
the first time we played in Goodson Park was like 133 years ago.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I wonder who's keeping those stats. Was Jordan Pickford still
Yeah,
playing?
that might not be a
Pickford's
real thing.
still
That's,
That was Tim Howard.
that was Leighton Baines.
That was lame. That was Seamus Coleman. Next up, though, is Wolves, so we can hopefully keep some momentum going. Wolves have not
I
looked maybe the greatest this season. Haven't looked as bad as West Ham.
That's not saying
That's
a whole lot.
it's put in.
What was their result this weekend?
They lost.
They
Right.
play.
I think they lost.
Anyway, it's at Wolves this game.
Yeah, they lost to Bournemouth and got a red card.
Bournemouth 1-0. Okay.
What are we thinking of
Marcus
this game
Tavernier.
here?
It's at the Molineux. I think that's
Yeah,
their home
it's-
opener.
I think it's got to be a win. The team's still not all the way there.
I think if
But-
we want to be who we want to be,
You have to win
we
that
need
game.
to win this
I
game.
think it's the home opener at the Molineux.
Yeah, but still,
Yeah.
if you want to
That's
be a
never-
team,
that's
if you want to
never
be a
easy,
team
though.
that's
It's not going to be easy.
talking some type of Europe at all or flirting with that, these are games you have to win regardless of.
I think
where
we're
it
cut
is.
above. I think we
Beat
should
them or
should
anything.
beat them. I think there's a moment of magic in one of those guys up top that will seal this game for us. Defensively, we're sound enough. Not an ideal lineup by any means, but it's still pretty strong.
All right, big weekend ahead.
We should be able to put 2 goals on them.
Jackie Grealish will put in 10 himself.
Newcastle, I think, made a bid for Larson on.
They did. It was rejected.
Yeah,
Yeah, they got rejected by like everybody.
He's a great
something
striker.
to keep an eye on. He is good. He is
Also,
good. Tarkowski.
Nico Paz, $70
Mistake.
million offer
Yeah.
from Tottenham, turned down because he wants to go to Real Madrid in 2026 as a release clause.
Yeah, they have a $10
For like
million.
$10 million. Yeah.
It's not really. It's like a buyback clause.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like it's
But-
like Arsenal can't
And
buy
then
for 10.
he's
Yeah.
still
they're
at
gonna
still
they're
at
gonna
Como
pay
right now?
Como more
Did you see
than
that goal he scored this weekend though?
I didn't, but they said they're gonna pay
Free kick,
Como
top
more
bins.
It's nice.
once they do to the buyback because they realize
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
fucked up.
Yeah.
But like $70 million offer from Tottenham, and he said, "Nah, that's okay. I will stay at Como. Wonderful place to be staying."
It's
And
I
go
know.
around
I think
gorgeous,
I think
yeah.
if I
Also
played
a
football,
wonderful
I'd
place to
want
go.
nowhere else I'd want to go than Como. So
Como,
beautiful.
Monaco, like there's places that
You
you're
get
like,
coached
yeah.
by
Monaco.
Cesc Fabregas.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah, with Fabregas, it's yeah. Let's get into the lock of the week competition here. We'll check in on the results here.
He's also wouldn't be a guaranteed starter.
pull
at
those
Tottenham.
up for us.
Yeah, it would.
I don't think so.
Kulu. Paz.
Sounds-
Kudush.
Bruce, can we
Paulinho,
get those up on
Sarr.
the
work?
stream here?
Yes, sir.
I think so. He's nasty. He's really.
He's very good.
All right. So last week, Nick, you went with the wonderful pick of Villa over Brentford. Did not work out to you too great there. Villa lost 1-0 to Brentford.
They're on
We
1
did
point.
The other way around. Yeah, it's
Not great.
not looking great. Brentford
Bad evening.
So it's
getting a win
Newcastle.
after we shit talked them
Says
so much about how much they were not looking great. Mike, you chose Arsenal over Leeds for the first time this season.
Thank you.
You have defeated Leeds.
Thank you.
You have 1 point from that. You said 3-0. You did not believe enough though in
I didn't
Arsenal.
know. I didn't think so.
Didn't see Uri and Timber coming.
Didn't count on the right back scoring too.
You didn't bank on the every corner going in. I went with Chelsea over West Ham, which was correct, but also did not bank on Chelsea just
Annihilating them.
putting up 5 on them, hanging 5 on West Ham. Also didn't bank
Also,
on
maybe
West
you
Ham
should've.
scoring though.
Fair. Yeah.
So hats off to West Ham. I guess they outperformed themselves there. We go to this week's lock of the week. Nick, who have you taken this time around?
They got to get a win here, and I think the opposition's just right. Man U 2, Burnley 0.
The opposition's just right. It's Burnley.
Yeah, dude. I think I'd be happy to be wrong. It'd be funny. So I'll take if they win. I'll take the
Win-win.
point. Yeah, I'll
Win-win
take the hit.
situation. Mike, who have you gone with for your lock of the week? Trying to get a streak here going.
Let's pick against Leeds again. We'll go Newcastle 2, Leeds 1. Newcastle winless so far, but you have to think they have enough to beat Leeds.
That's 2 winless teams that just got picked.
I would pick with more goals, but the lack of a striker is clearly evident with Newcastle right
Yeah.
now. So,
But
that guy came on and scored.
Osula, whatever his name is.
yeah.
Just
Did he-
came in and
he
scored. Yeah, so
That was a tidy finish.
Bruno G and
Yeah.
him. Yeah.
not bad. We'll see what happens. Obviously, no Anthony Gordon since he tried to.
Right.
Just to be 100%
Rock
clear,
refrigerator.
Bruno Guimaraes lost that game. Awful step in the midfield, and then it was like a 5v3.
Yeah, but he also was
But he also
so key for
scored.
literally everything for them in that game. He was
Brought
so...
it back into that game.
Again, just to be clear.
All right. I've gone to keep it perfect. I'm going with Nottingham Forest 2, West Ham 0. I will clarify, this is the last week that we can choose against the bottom
West
3.
Ham.
And that means West Ham. Most likely for a large portion of the season. So I'm choosing against West Ham while I still can. I want to take a more spicy pick, but we'll wait till until I can't choose against West Ham to get into that. Let's get into the U.S. men's national team corner here, boys. We have a September camp coming up for us. The roster for that will probably be released while you're watching that. It is being released on Tuesday here. And I wonder if we'll see a certain man who's been on the move. Most likely not, but boy, would it be fun for him to make his first appearance under Pochettino. Giovanni Reina, not the Borussia Dortmund player, but the Borussia Mönchengladbach player. Made his move over there to Mönchengladbach, them stealing him away from Parma. He's now reunited with his best friend, Joe Scally. Wearing the number 13. Not a big fan of the number there, but what really matters is that he's playing. He's going to be at Gladbach. Correct. They don't have the same amount of competition for that spot as Dortmund did, certainly. What do you make of the move here to Mönchengladbach? Stays in Germany, stays in the Bundesliga, playing with his buddy there, buddy old pal, Joe Scally.
It's certainly better than going to MLS or to a non-top 5 league. I think he should have a good chance to play serious minutes, a starting role at Mönchengladbach, assuming it goes well. Compared to Parma, probably a bit better. There's more certified Bundesliga team. Parma is a recent promoted team. I think their first year in the Serie A in a while was last year. Yeah. Just stayed up. So I like that permanence more, that staying factor.
Knows the league too.
And he knows
Has
the
had
league.
success
Right. He's been in
league.
Germany for
He's not having to adjust to a new life, really.
Yeah, I think it's
Joe Scally connection's good too.
Yeah, has somebody to give him some comfortability, confidence, maybe.
Whatever.
I like it. It's Gio
Just
Reyna
needs to fucking
not
play.
being at
You
Dortmund,
can't say
he can play.
much until we see him playing.
That's really all you want to see here, and hopefully he makes that debut here this weekend. Once again, don't expect to see him in the U.S. men's national team roster, even if he had played for Dortmund and then made this move. You'd imagine you give him some time to make this transition and get to know the training staff during this international break. Who we might be seeing is well, I don't even know. This is going to be an interesting one. Josh Sargent and Haji Wright. They're both off to quite the hot start in the championship, on pace for like 1 billion goals, I believe. They both have 3 goals in 3 games. Josh Sargent has 4 in 4 if you include the EFL Cup. He scored in every single game Norwich has played competitively this season. They're
Nice
both
finish this weekend.
doing their shit.
Dink over the keeper.
Yeah. They're both doing their shit there. But Pepe back. Ballo back. Not at all included in that, but just saying who's back. Jedi Robinson also back.
Oh.
Something to keep in mind. Mick, Ballo back. Pepe back. Sargent scoring. Haji scoring. Who makes this camp here? And why is it Patrick Agyemang?
Have you seen a bigger man than Patrick Agyemang? I don't know who makes the camp. It feels like I think he's going to bring Haji. I don't think he sees him as a striker.
More of a winger.
I think he's more of a winger. So I think Haji for sure makes it.
Did we see all 4 of those players?
No.
Should.
We could. If you see more of as a winger than Sargent,
I think these are the only 4 names that should be talked about in relation to the striker job. But unfortunately, there are other guys being tossed around.
Yeah. I don't know. There's going to be some MLS guys. He feels adamant on wanting to bring in MLS guys. I don't know why. Thomas Mueller made an announcement, right?
The Blackman is the center back from the Vancouver Whitecaps, who's like 29.
We know Sebastian Berhalter is going to be there then too.
You know Sebastian Berhalter.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So but I'm losing faith every day.
Yep.
So I really don't know. Also these guys are coming back from injury. Ballo and Pepe especially. Maybe
Ballo got the full 90. He started for Monaco, so that's more understandable. Pepe was on the bench. Yeah. But once again, the games are in 2 weeks, so you'd imagine if they're back and playing that.
What would I do? I'd bring all of them. Yeah, I'd bring all of them.
Yeah. That does bring up a good question about the Sebastian Berhalters, the Gold Cup boys. That it seemed as though he was just kind of like, I'm not bringing people from Europe really to this, other than like a Tyler Adams leadership type thing.
Tillman,
because they didn't get him going. They didn't bring like a Scally. They didn't bring like a good amount of players that you would imagine would be in that mix. But is that just how Poch sees it? I think now you have Musa healthy, McKennie healthy, Adams healthy. Tanner Tessman is looking very good at Lyon. You have a lot of players
Weah's playing
In
at
the
Marseille.
midfield, Weah, yeah, I was more like just a midfield. Sebastian Berhalter, I guess, played a bit of wingish position and dropping in. Jack McGlynn.
I play
I
the
don't
Yunus
know.
Musa role, yeah.
Where do you find room for those people? Because if you include those people, you're leaving off people that I think are maybe a little bit better than them.
I told you I'm starting to just look over my shoulder a little bit when it comes to the whole Poch experience. And in
I think
2
tomorrow we're gonna learn a
yeah,
lot.
honestly, maybe by next week's pod, for sure in 2 weeks' time. But by next week's pod, I might have a more definitive answer because I have a pretty awful gnawing feeling that there's gonna be some decisions we really do not like.
I will say, if there is a large amount of MLS players in this roster, and you guys are probably watching this when that's already been decided, I'm gonna start wondering about his selection because
And
there are a lot of good players, and it's not just Badge FC. I understand that, but at the same time, MLS just isn't to that quality yet.
We also
I
talked
agree.
about this when the hire was made. The number one thing we were looking for was like proven international experience, and he had zero of it. So it shouldn't be too surprising that questions like these are coming up. Again, maybe it was a weird Gold Cup and whatever, but again, I just have a bad feeling. So
Tomorrow
stay
could be
tuned
a
on
big
our
day.
socials, and
Yeah.
we'll let you know how we're
We
feeling.
will certainly react to it.
Yeah.
We have complained a long time about how, what the starters, what their
Mentality is.
mentality is, and complacency, and they take things for granted, their spots. And we want more competitiveness in the roster, but
I think maybe we
don't
took that for
want
granted now.
fucking MLS guys being picked for the sake of being MLS guys.
Yeah.
I want it to be a real competition. Like Sebastian Berhalter, sure, he showed up for the Gold Cup. He played. Oh, Jesus Christ.
He's
He
decent,
showed us the
he's
Gold
decent
Cup.
for depth.
And,
Like,
and
I don't
honestly,
think he's a bad
I
player.
don't even think he is. I don't think he's good. I think what I want to see is competition amongst the guys who are good, not competition amongst the guys who are trash.
Well, that's the thing is it's a debate of, okay, do you want to bring in players? I guess this brings us to the next point of Paxton Aronson made a move back to MLS on a designated player roster spot, $7 million. This also means that it's going to be very hard for him to go back to Europe if you think it's just a 1 year, 2 year thing, because that means that he's on a crazy wages. Nobody in Europe's going to pay that. And nobody's going to pay more than $7 million for Paxton Aronson unless he just goes absolutely fucking nuclear in MLS. I just don't see that happening.
I don't see it either.
But he said, this is a better chance for me to make the World Cup roster. He's coming back. He's getting play time. He's looking at other players
That
that
must
got called up.
I mean, there's some narrative around that.
Yeah,
There's
no,
going to be
it
MLS
100%
players.
does.
Yeah, so
that's
like,
an awful thing to hear.
Don
Paxton
Garber's got
Aronson
fucking Poch in his pocket, dude.
is never
Like he
going
has
to
had
be-
every single U.S. manager.
Yeah. He's
for the
never going to be more
history.
talented than like a Gio Reyna, Malik Tillman.
But that's not the issue. It's not the
Right
Gio
now
Reyna,
it's
the
the-
Malik Tillman. It's we have fucking Aiden Morris playing in the championship, who should be a much closer comparison to these
Two
guys.
player of the
And we're gonna bring
matches in a row
MLS
for-
guys in. We're
Yeah.
gonna overlook these players because it's convenient. And
Because it's who
we
Pochettino's
have
being
fucking
told to watch.
Boncio, we have Morris, we have Tessman, all these
Yeah.
guys who were left home last summer, who were available for the
Tessman's
most
been
part.
very good this season. Aiden Morris also with 2 man of the match performances for Middlesbrough. So
Right, it's a
good
no-brainer
performances out
to anybody
there.
who watches ball that they should be getting preference over
Yeah.
anybody in the MLS.
and Luca De La Torre also getting. I mean, listen, I don't want to take too much of the Gold Cup. We'll learn a lot about this roster. Will be interesting to see if Luca Cogliosho's on there as well. He's at Espanyol. That's famously a club that Pochettino is in love with. That's the only club that he's really gone to see.
Yeah.
There just happens to be American players playing there, including like Johnny when he went to see Atletico. I think one of the biggest things here, though, is the outside backs being back. Jedi just subbed back in for Fulham, so he should be back. And then Dest is,
The game
back,
I will
baby.
say right now, he
Yeah.
is the best outside back in the Eredivisie. I don't think that's really close. He has in 4 games 2 goals and 1 assist as a right back. Ridiculous. He's their best player. He's their man of the match every single game. He's creating so much for them. I'm very interested to see, though, how does Jedi and Dest fit together? Because you usually have Jedi kind of moving in centrally to that weird build-up spot from his left back spot, and you had somebody else sitting back a bit at that right back spot. Dest is not sitting back. So how do you think Poch adds those two both in? Because Dest has to be in the attack as much as humanly possible for a right back.
Just an understanding. I mean, I think Jedi, as much as he gets involved in the attack, he also tracks back like a motherfucker.
Yeah.
He's an athlete who can do that.
Also, Poch plays with a pivot. Like, it's two deeper line guys.
Right. And you all, one of those guys is Tyler Adams, who just destroys.
I think you just drop Tyler Adams and almost make it a 3-back with 2 central wing backs.
When in
/
possession?
wingers.
Yeah.
Dest is going to get a lot of freedom, especially the way that he's been using Musa / Berhalter.
Right. That right wing
He's
is
going
not
to
a true
get
right
a
wing.
lot of freedom.
I'm so excited to see Dest back with the U.S. He is such a saucy player, just ridiculously talented in the attack. And I think it's been something the U.S. has missed so much because he is such a direct player. I think a lot of times this U.S. team gets a little worked up in their head to try and be that perfect possession team.
Those two
They end up
guys
fucking up.
on their day too are like 3 and 4 for top players in the pool.
I think after this year, Sergio Dest will get a move to a gigantic club because
I
he
hope
is
he can do it.
arguably
He's played as a
one
lot of
the
big teams.
top players in the Eredivisie. He has developed quite a bit since he played for the Barca
and
AC
AC,
Milan, which AC Milan I think
Just
he
a bad situation.
was within his head so badly there that he kind of fucked that entire thing up.
It's like flags in the first tee this week.
Amen.
Quite honestly, yeah, we went golfing this weekend.
Shaky Warriors.
We're not the greatest. We're gonna close out with a little connections here. Nick has made for us. If you've not seen the connections game on our pod before, he's going to be reading off some questions. Each of them have an answer that is connecting to one specific thing, and it's up to me and Mike to guess that thing,
Let's do it.
along with you, with the viewers at home. Nick,
I'm here too,
go ahead,
bitch.
kick us off, and Palmer.
Yeah,
Please,
Palmer
please,
might have a
please.
rougher time with this one. But I think I have faith that you guys can do it.
Fuck.
Some of these questions are a little bit harder, but I think the connection should be okay.
All
As a
right.
reminder, I am not going to tell you whether you're correct or incorrect. I'm just going to keep asking questions.
Got it.
Okay?
Understood.
All right, question number 1. This former West Ham goalkeeper was known not only for his beautiful bald head, but also for his Irish heritage. What's his last name?
Randolph.
I'm blanking. Irish West Ham goalkeeper bald.
Number 2. Currently playing for DC United, this 22-year-old attacking midfielder is one of many star boys that Flag swore would be the future of the USMNT. What is his last name?
Caden Clark.
What is his last name?
Clark.
Even though their backline
Clark.
has been largely depleted, this Premier League team is still looking good early on in the year. What is their mascot?
Cherry.
Cherries.
In England, there are 4 of these, with Luton having played in all of them recently, and Wrexham has a chance to do it again this year, at the end of this year.
Top flight leagues or top national
Professional division.
professional divisions.
Yeah.
This USMNT legend plied his trade for Man U and Everton for many years. What's his last name?
Howard.
Say it again. Man U and Everton.
This USMNT legend.
Howard Clark.
Although
These little
this
streets in Chicago.
Although this recently acquired star is hurt for Tottenham, Thomas Frank has insisted he still has a role to play this year in their attack. What's his last name?
Madison. Yeah.
Yeah.
You couldn't let me finish reading the question.
I just want to get it first.
7 Premier League teams play in this English city. In order to get the point, you must name all 7 of these teams.
7 playing the city is probably London,
London.
West Ham, Chelsea,
Fulham,
Arsenal,
Tottenham. Crystal Palace.
You might have gone
Brentford?
7 again. No, Brentford's not London, I don't think. Who are we missing?
Do we say
Hold on, say
Arsenal?
Fulham,
say
Palace,
Crystal Palace? We said Fulham.
West Ham. Yeah,
Yeah,
then
that's 3.
Arsenal, Chelsea, Tottenham. That's 6. Who are we missing?
Oh shit. You know the answer?
No.
Chelsea.
No, you said it.
Chelsea, West Ham, Arsenal, Tottenham, Fulham, Crystal
I
Palace,
should have written these down.
and
Oh, it is Brentford. It's Brentford.
Brentford. Oh damn. Okay, so I got it.
Okay, you're good.
All right. Anywho,
Uh,
technical difficulties.
this Brazilian left back was once the captain for PSG, a club for which he currently is an assistant coach. What's his last name?
Maxwell.
This attacker might be looking for a big move out of Villa, where he formally broke through last year and established himself as one of the most exciting young Premier League players.
Rogers.
What do all of these have in common?
Streets in Chicago.
streets.
They are all streets in
Nice.
Chicago. The first one was Randolph, West Ham goalkeeper.
Nice. Good
Second
ball.
one, Clark,
Cool.
Caden Clark.
I picked Clark.
Third one, Cherry,
Yep.
Cherries. Fourth, Division. divisions,
Yep.
4
Yeah.
divisions. 5th one, Howard, Tim
Yeah.
Howard. 6th one, Madison, James Madison. 7 was London.
London. Yeah.
London. 8 was Maxwell, and 9 was Rogers.
Fuck yeah.
Hell yeah.
You got a question 6. I think that was the best one so
Pretty good.
far.
Pretty good. Let us know how you
Pertinent.
did at home. You
For our
may have not
listeners-
done as great if you don't.
If
live
you
in
don't
We
live
are in
Chicago.
Chicago.
It was a
But,
tough one.
That may have been slightly tougher for you. Boys, big weekend. There's a lot of really good games.
I didn't know there was a London street in Chicago. Where the fuck is London?
I just looked up Chicago street names.
It's probably literally anyway.
Yeah. I
There
don't know.
was a lot. I was like, these are just streets
You
in
done
any
buried
city.
on
Tierno.
Everton. Yeah.
The shit strike of Everton that they just spent way too much money on.
Anywho. Big weekend. There's a lot of good games. A lot of good games this
6'5",
weekend.
he's big.
What ones are you guys most excited
Watch them
for? And then sign us off.
I mean, if it's not Arsenal Liverpool, I don't know what you're doing.
Yeah.
If it's not Arsenal Liverpool, then it surely is Everton Wolves.
Big game. That one we got to go. We should go to AJ Hudson's for that one. Catch us at the bar this weekend.
What day is it?
The bar.
Saturday, I think.
Okay. Saturday.
Labor Day weekend, too. Got to get something
weekend.
going. Got to
Oh,
get something with
shit.
the boys.
I'm-
Up the Gunners. Big game this weekend. Excited for it. Big win this last weekend. Let's keep the good run of form going. Up the Gunners.
Jackie Grealish.
Tyler Dibbling.
Ilman Ndiaye.
Beto.
Seamus Coleman.
Seamus Coleman. All right.
David
Hit the
Moyes.
reggae.
That is all we need. Hit the reggae outro. Until next time.
The Arsenal is gooning and Nico just lost his voice. Mike and Flags are crying tears of joy for David Moyes. The USMNT just lost again, but there's no choice. It's ride or die until the end on Footy with the boys.